most important for me as I confront the choices I must make in my own life as a husband, father, citizen, and lawmaker. I'll explain FAMILY, the acronym, a bit later, but the word family is where I want to start. It's where we have to start, because it's where we all do start. A fact that many in Washington often overlook. The liberal news media, Hollywood, and the educational elite in America tend to portray political liberals as the courageous champions of the average guy, and of course the poor. It's simply assumed that their more enlightened economic policies are all about helping the poor and middle class. Conservatives, on the other hand, are portrayed as fundamentally selfish, self-centered individuals whose economic policies are crafted to protect or advance their or their golf partners' special interests. Another view the media echo chamber promotes is that liberal social policies are rational, tolerant, progressive, and of course caring. Social conservatives, on the other hand, are portrayed as irrational, ignorant, rigid Bible thumpers, obsessed with prophesying woe. In this book, I hope to show that these all too common caricatures of conservatives and their social policies by the liberal elite can be attributed to liberals' fundamentally different vision of America, a vision that is completely at odds with that of our nation's founders and with the views of most Americans today. Liberalism is an ideology. Conservatism is common sense. By almost any measure, the political, economic, and social achievements of this nation in just over 2 centuries are astounding, and American accomplishments in our own lifetime are no less extraordinary. But the simple truth is, as the voters in the 2004 elections indicated, not everything is well in America. If, over the past generation, we have made great strides in some areas, it is also the case that in the same generation we have seen alarming trends in American society as well. An epidemic of promiscuity and sexually transmitted diseases among the young, crime rates that are still much too high, extreme violence and offensive sexual content on everything from video games to the internet. 3,500 healthy, expectant mothers carrying healthy children exercising a choice to end the lives of their children every day. Religion under assault by the media and liberal activists, and then booted from the public square by court order. Our schools failing the poor in providing the basics of life and indoctrinating both rich and poor with politically correct dogma instead of virtue and truth. The foundational institution of every civilization known to man, marriage, is under siege, and millions retreating from our neighborhoods and the civic and fraternal organizations that bind us together. Across America, when they gather at backyard barbecues or Little League games, parents share with each other their deep concerns about how hard the world around us makes it to raise children the right way today. Once our social, governmental, and educational institutions, along with the popular culture, seem to work together to aid parents in raising their children. Today, many feel that these same institutions are somehow conspiring against them. The significance of the values voters in the 2004 election shows that many Americans can feel in their bones that something isn't right, and they're looking to something or someone for answers. That points to a problem facing postmodern America. We too readily look to those wielding power and influence to solve society's big problems for us. In particular, we look to the government. And why not? They are society's problems, and the government is society's representative. But over the past generation, we have been learning that governmental, cultural, social, moral, and intellectual power brokers, in far too many cases, have made our problems worse. This has created a vicious downward spiral in which the more the public relies on the powerful elite, the worse it gets, which leads to the public relying on those elites even more. Who are these big, powerful